Got it. Alright, we're back.
We are back. Sorry for that.
Oh wait, hold on, it's still saying waiting on my screen. Alright, yeah, here we go. We're back. I'm back in live chat. I'm
Alright,
looking at
cool.
your face. I'm
Good.
looking at my face. I love comparing the different. Can't. So what you don't know is that there's a Rogan lady behind you, but you're too tall and you can't see
Oh.
that. On the Aya screen, this Rogan lady is just chatting away in the background there. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my lines, get back into my role of whatever the hell I decide Momodi's voice is, which is not much. Now, I dare say Raubon told you this, but not many people get to go on to airship these days. Yeah, he literally explained to me like almost twice.
Right?
In fact, most folk go to their graves having never even seen Eorzea from above. Jesus. No wonder that's only Warrior of Light on these airships. Poor buggers shuffle off to meet Thal, having never known the blues of LIMSALOMINSA's shivering seas, or the myriad greens of leafy Gridania. Diaya was almost one of these people. She's just like, I've never been there. I've only been in Thanalan. But not you, Zuyaya. You'll see those sights and more. And everywhere you go, you'll find fascinating folk with fascinating tales to tell. The people you meet, the places you go, savor those experiences. For they are all priceless. All. And so you guys like, except for Ishgard. Fuck Ishgard. Saying that, it'd be remiss of me if I didn't remind you to be careful out there. Uldal ain't the only place beset by troubles, as you'll discover when you visit LIMSA and Gridania. Jesus, have you seen their problems? Holy crap.
Holy crap, it makes us look like little babies.
Do you know that the elementals just vibrate angrily?
What? Woo?
It's like, you'll find out when you go to Gridania. Truth be told, that might well be exactly what the General wants you to realize. I think he knows what kind of woman you are, Zuyaya. And I guess what kind of man you are, Larks. She's just like, ignoring Larks. She's like, who's that?
Nice hair.
And what kind's that, you ask? Why, the kind that can't resist sticking her nose into other people's business, of course. Don't you ever go changing.
Never.
I'm always gonna have my nose up something. Safe travels, Zuyaya and Larks. I'll see you when you get back. You better be telling me about all that D you're getting.
Momodi never saw those two again.
Man, we couldn't stream this because New Game Plus doesn't do this, but when you're introduced to Momodi, the first thing she talks about is about how she likes hearing about the members of, people some lady folk have vetted. So, she's just like, tell me all about that D. Come on, give me the details. Drop that T. This is why we like Mama Momodi.
Momodi's the best.
No. Ah, New Game Plus, you left out a really good piece of information. Momodi's obsession with D. Wilhelm.
New Game Plus is kid friendly.
Not in our stream.
Not in my Final Fantasy. Alright. Eleonora.
Very fantasy.
Greetings, sir. This is the reservation counter for passengers traveling to LIMSALOMINSA. If I'm not mistaken, you are the Flame General's envoy, Lark Shallow, and Zuyaya, yes? High Wind Skyways is at your service. Why will you be flying? Will you be flying with us? Why do you even bother?
Why would you fly when you can just ride a chocobo? Oh, you don't have a chocobo? Well, looks like you're booking it. Proceed to the landing area. Oh, do I have cutscenes on? I think I do.
You
Traveling
should.
cutscenes. Yeah, I think I put those on.
Gangplank.
Later on in the game, you usually want to like skip these cutscenes because you're like, oh my god, I've seen them over and over again. But the first time is magical.
You're from Ishgard? Yeah, baby. Tell me about those ankles.
Attention. Oh, you want to do your Yu-Gi-Oh voice?
Attention, duelists! The airship bound for Duelist Kingdom is about to depart. Please, make your way to the boarding gate. Yo, this is really exciting, Yug. I know, Joey. Out of my way, it's me, my Valentine.
Oh boy.
Just imagine, Taya, in a few hours the sun will rise. Wrong show.
Ooh, this got derailed. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty.
Ooh. Oh, and that guy just punched that girl in the face, or we just knocked her.
She's like, no!
Wait a minute! I need to go back! Turn this car around!
Momode's like, wow. Oh, look, it's all of our friends!
And handsome guy. Oh, bye, handsome guy.
And
He's like, I'm bored. Where's my ladies?
He just finished talking to Momode, all the D he just gave out. Like. Alright, Nanavo. I want to make sure we're on the same page. Larks, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh shoot, okay, I wanted to make sure we didn't have the map.
No, you're good.
When first we met beneath the Sultan tree, I sensed there was something unusual about her. I wonder if they will feel the same.
In case you had any inclination that Nanamo was Lady Lilira, there you go.
Wait, she's Lady Lilira?
What?
Godspeed, Zuyaya, Godspeed. We have to have that S there, because we worship 12 gods. If I'm right, they'll be singing your praises and that D all the way from here to Far Reach before long. May you always walk in the light of the crystal. And you guys like to say that a lot. Also, I like that Wyman's in there, but we didn't technically meet him in this playthrough because
Yeah.
they didn't have that part.
You know who I'm gonna miss the
literally
most?
The first person.
I'm gonna miss Fufu. Oh my god.
Meanwhile,
at Castrum Osidons.
Often.
Go Power Rangers.
They're like, we have our own airships, they're cooler. Oh, here's the evil theme. Evil.
Oh.
Ooh,
Who is that? Who are they?
The Evil Brigade.
Oh my.
Oh.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter
Oh, I forgot
taste
about
of
this
defeat
part.
lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for
Wow, the
Morgana,
graphics just
led
suddenly
by the
improved.
Aegis, mightiest of all vessels.
It's almost like we're watching a cutscene from another game.
Ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day.
Those
At the heart
spicy
of which
dragons.
was the great Midgard Zormer.
They guard
We
somebody.
succeeded in slaying that lord among worlds. The dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
It's just gonna let one nasty dragon ruin your entire campaign.
You may not be that tough.
like, all I wanted to do was conquer the world, and then this dragon came up and took
He has that
down
Sheryl Crow music
fire.
as he's playing. All I wanna do is have some fun.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods.
Those dang false gods.
Twice now it
Nasty
has eluded
dragons.
the Empire's grasp.
You know,
For
after
all the
2 times
destruction
failing,
it
you
wrought,
think,
even Meteor, the great sin,
I guess he's
failed
like,
to
well, 3rd
yield
time's the
us
charm.
control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted
Everything's become a
beyond all
trash
reckoning,
heap.
rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
now we're going to go to the lunchroom and go eat our macaroni.
Oh, what is that thing? That looks.
The fetus.
I don't like that tail. The fetus.
Please report and undertake research following scheduled inspection.
Oh man, that's a character I miss, you know, just the announcer. Do you think they have Siri in Garleval? Is that Siri?
Alexa, play Nicki
Is
Minaj.
Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Scottish guy here.
What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you
So
harbor
sweet,
certain
sweet
doubts
tales
over
of
the
D
wisdom
from
of the
Eorzea.
Legatus' plan.
Uh-oh. Somebody's back from his macaroni break.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Come on, you could tell by his accent, can't you?
Alamigo, my lord.
There he is, the bastard himself.
Codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Now I'm going to go back to my macaroni, if you'll excuse me.
Garland.
Oh.
Soon you will be made to know the true power of magic.
He kills a man, he's just like, Garland. Gonna write about this in my diary later on. Make sure
Monday.
I tell you every
I thought
detail.
of you when I killed this guy. I hope you see me one day.
This is a random thought. He just like kills a spy, and he's just kind of like, "You'll see the power of Magitech." It's like, okay,
You just
like...
killed an Alamigan. I don't understand.
I'm 100% of the opinion that he keeps a journal, and he's just like, it's like full of like, I gotta make sure I tell him this, I gotta tell Garland that. Also tell him about my macaroni that I had at lunch.
Oh, we're also gonna hit massive lag.
Oh yeah, we're in LIMSALOMINSA.
Yep.
It is still the hub where everybody hangs out, so it's gonna be a little bit loading.
Little bit of a lag. There we go. Oh, where am I? Where is everything? Ah! There we go.
Yeah, like...
Wait, how do I leave?
Y'all gotta be cool sunglasses, guys.
Wait, how do you leave?
How do I... Yeah, how do I go?
Oh, there we go.
It's like we're trapped in Disneyland with no way off the ride.
Ah, you must be... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, let me be the cat girl.
Okay.
Ah, you must be the envoy from Mulda. Welcome to LIMSALOMINSA. I'm gonna be like Siri with her. Welcome to LIMSALOMINSA, madam and sir. Admiral... Oh, God. Admiral... Blow his swim.
Baloney.
Baloney. Blow. Whale blow.
Whale blow.
Oh boy, we're in the land of Rogan names. We're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
Has her last name ever been pronounced?
Yeah, she does say it, but I could still never... I've heard it a couple times. I still can't.
Excuse my butchering. I have no idea. You are the Uldal envoy? Welcome to LIMSALOMINSA. God, you guys, just, yes, get on with it. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the Crow's List at your earliest convenience. It will take you to the Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak with Xanthel. He will be pleased to show you in the Admiral's command room and on the bridge. Okay. And you go blot us.
To the Bulwark Hall? Sure.
I almost clicked the Drowning Wrench. I have played this game for 6 years. I get lost in LIMSALOMINSA every day. Where were you born? I was born in a barn. As far as we know, that's exactly where Nero was born. A barn.
Definitely a barn. Oh, hello, Xanthel. Greetings, sir. Welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry... I made him sound so old.
Yeah, he could be old for all we know. It's fake, my dude. It was fake documents.
Here you go. Here's the letter. Take it.
Here's some thanks.
Yes, everything seems in order. My apologies. We can't afford to be complacent. You understand. Please, step this way, because I need a lozenge.
Enter.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go. If you ever played
now!
Dragon
Get your
Age
ass in
2,
here! Now!
might recognize Captain Meredith.
So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Uldans place great faith in you. This way.
If Raubon is daddy, she's mommy.
Definitely.
I love her.
I bid you welcome.
I'd like to bask in your glory.
Bluefishwin.
Bluefishwin. Okay, thank you for saying that out loud. I was about to embarrass
Merowib Bluefishwin. Merowib Bluefishwin. You're still Whale Blow.
Whale Blow.
Now, what news from Thanalan?
Would you like to voice her?
Yeah, it's like, and then the game's like, and we ran out of budget for voice acting, so here you go.
Yeah, we're done.
A memorial service to honor the fallen. I'm gonna cross my arms now. 7 hells, that's my catchphrase. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was an answer to the imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nail von Darnus, hells take him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to Cartano Falls, and there met the 7th Imperial Legion. Yeah, thank you. In battle. I was like, ooh, I have to squint at that.
Yeah, Roman numerals are awful.
It's not appearing. For some reason, when it comes to like the II, it doesn't appear very well on my screen.
Yeah.
Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. Oh boy, you should see all
honey, you got a big storm coming.
I am the storm. It's like she turns out to be Garuda. She's like, haha! But though we gave no quarter, spared not 1 ounce of effort. That's an ounce. We just call it ons in Eorzea. We could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. His tits were huge. Huger than mine.
The audacity!
That's why I had to strike him down, but I didn't, because he was too big. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot describe the scene. It was almost like they shut the whole servers down. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Except those warriors of light, like, pretty bad about them. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, tits and all. And the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Have you seen the burning wall? Were Archon Louis Sois still with us, he would have doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. While our nations struggle to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. I don't have any dealings with that. It's not like I'm perturbing them or anything. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our forces will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim to Eorzea. You did see that cutscene before coming here, right? The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Hold on, I gotta take this. Oh wait, she just... I thought she was getting a link pearl. That's usually when they get a phone call, they usually put their hands up like that. She's like, nope, I just need some Tylenol because I got a headache. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. Too bad we don't have any more Warriors of Light. They just don't exist anymore.
The what?
But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. I'm just gonna say a couple of words and hope that everybody just follows. Raubon has the right of it. I accept his proposal. And his beefy arms.
Ugh.
I respect beefy arms.
She signed into the petition of Raubon's arms.
She's like, beefy
More
arms.
importantly, his left arm.
The pretzel salesman never recovered. We have so many pretzels here in LIMSALOMINSA. Will you deliver those for us?
Literally, that's a quest. That literally feels like a quest.
Your duty is done here after you deliver those pretzels. Adventurer, I will see to it that the Flame General receives my reply. I have a pigeon here. It doesn't come from Ishgard, don't worry. You travel next to Gridania, yes?
Uh-huh.
Pray, give my regards to the Elder Seedseer. Oh, and tell her that the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest, and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. We have girls' night out all the time. Fare you well, Zuyaya. May the navigator guide you on your journey.
Now
Now
get out!
Of here.
I'm glad we have this. I'm glad we have the same mind.
Take these thanks and get out.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Now, if you would like to go sightsee during this time, you can. But we don't want to be here. We want to be in Gridania.
I just don't want to be destroyed by lag.
Yeah.
Oh, LIMSALOMINSA was such a pretty place. We saw a lot.
Marcus is like, we should at least see the marketplace, Zuyai. Zuyai's like, no, we're leaving. We gotta go.
Bye. But the Rogues Guild. I'll shove a Rogues Guild up your ass here in a second.
Actually, I think Gridania is the place where Zuyai's like, oh no, I want to leave immediately. I cannot see target. Is this a short joke? Why can't I click on her? Okay. Lalafell problems is cannot see target error message. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers leaving to Gridania. A pleasure to serve you again, madam. Did I talk to you before? Are you ready to board the airship to Gridania? Are you the same cat girl? I'm
no,
sorry.
that was Siri.
Okay.
This is Alexa. Oh, I have to physically push myself into the airship. Okay. Board the airship. Yes! Get me on! Are you sure?
Fast enough onto this airship. Oh, here we go. Well, at least we get a nice view of LIMSALOMINSA as we leave. It's like, we were here for 5 minutes. Time to go.
What a nice place.
Yeah. We're not here to sightsee. We're here to do work.
We got a job!
Too bad we didn't have another meanwhile to occupy our time.
Alright.
It's like, now we're just here.
Loading. Final Fantasy XIV loading.
Well, we are on at a time where, it will be a little bit slower.
Don't die on me, game. Speak with the Serpent Honor Guard.
So, we actually have to travel around a bit here. LIMSALOMINSA's just like, take this elevator. Ah, you must be the envoy from Ul'dah. Welcome to Gridania, madam. And sir, the Elder Seed Scroll awaits your arrival.
Seed Scroll.
Seed Scroll? Oh god. Seed Seer. Jeez. What even came out of my mouth? I wasn't even paying attention.
Seed Scroll. I love it.
She's a squirrel. And a scroll.
I mean, it makes sense.
Oh, is he just gonna escort us there?
Greetings, good sir. And madam. I didn't see you down there.
See, it's like, ah!
You are the Ul'dah envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray, make your way into the city proper, and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nafka's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seed Seer, aka Elder Seed Scroll, awaits.
My favorite, Seed Scroll.
I love Seed Scroll. Alright, so at least here you'll get a little bit of what Gridania looks like.
We're just gonna run right past it. Over there are some trees, there's some flowers, and then this is all grass.
And then you make your left. More trees.
If we were actually newbies, we'd be attuning to that aetherite. Oh wait, instead we're just gonna teleport.
Oh, good idea.
So we gotta go to the Conjurer's Guild. Yeah, so back in the day, wasn't these like named after the places? And then they named it more simply so that you could... Like, they called this NOSCEA's altar, but now it's called the Conjurer's Guild because you're like, I just need to go to the place where they do white magic.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh boy, you just kind of teleported. Okay. Silent conjurer, and yet he speaks.
You are the Uldan envoy. Begging your pardon, sir. But might I expect the missive you bear?
Yeah, it's fake.
It's so fake, girl. Verily, this is the seal of the Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please come with me, and I'll talk a little bit louder.
I'm only silent.
My favorite person! Ah!
I'll let you voice her.
Yeah, she's alright.
So you are the Uldan envoy.
Oh, she's gonna talk for you.
I just love everything about her.
On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome.
I love you.
Please.
Oh, I love you. Please! Not like this.
I'm so flattered right now.
That was good timing.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Cartano.
We also ran out of budget.
Pray, tell me, adventurer, what do you know of our conflict with the Empire? They do shit to us.
I just watched this cutscene.
I saw this cutscene and this thing blew up?
This guy was talking for ages, and then a red guy just cut something down and went to go have macaroni.
She's like, yes. It would seem my counterparts recounted the tale in some detail. That as well.
You didn't need to know about the macaroni part, though. That wasn't very important.
She's like, guards, I need some macaroni. I'm kind of craving them now. At once, my lady.
Like, we gotta get the best macaroni. Only the most natural of cheeses and the most natural pasta. It's like
for
all
the
organic.
Precious girl.
They gotta please the elementals. They have to eat vegan and organic here. Oh wait, they can't do that if it's cheese. Oh no!
Oh. A message from the Admiral. A wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say? I see. Well, I shall be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able.
They're
But
like,
first...
girl, did you hear about this D?
She's like, oh my god.
We're gonna make sure Momodi finds out about this or later on.
We need to call Momodi and Lady Lilira over here. But first, friend of my friend, who is also my friend who is involved with my friend, I would tell you more of the Garlean threat. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even among the most influential nations in Ilsabard, the northern continent. However, its innovations in the field of magitech, some 50 years past, helped to raise it from the depths of obscurity.
Strange how we never heard about this until 50 years ago, but you know.
Right. Emboldened by this technology, it set about subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory. And when all of Ilsabard lay within its grasp, it turned its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Yet, Garlemald's transformation did not come about by virtue of magitech alone. Its success owed much to the consummate leadership of its first and reigning emperor. Solus Zoscalvus, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than 80 winters, it is said that he grows frail and ever more prone to illness. If rumors are to be believed, the matter of succession has destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much needed time to rebuild. Yet, we cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, for Garlemald still maintains a presence in Eorzea, in the form of the 14th Imperial Legion, known as Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn.
We cannot tolerate Final Fantasy XIV. We must never let it in our... It is an evil that must be put to rest.
Must be purged, and it must be cleansed. Commanding this great host is Legatus Gaius van Belsar, a man whose ambitions are well known to us, and someone who seems to watch too many Star Wars movies. So long as he breathes Eorzean air and watches more Star Wars, none of us may sleep easy.
We don't even know where this Star Wars came from, but it is banned all across Eorzea.
None of them here lets me watch it, and I'd let them know how I feel about that. I don't like it.
Star Wars canon now.
Yeah. The calamity wreaked such devastation upon the realm that it has been all we could do to nurse our wounds, never mind rebuild our defenses. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire.
Okay, in this cutscene, like the two Elzen, the Hur, like they're all like staring down at Ziaya, and I'm like, squat on the ground.
They're like, if you give her any Star Wars films, we will murder you.
It's just like, can you guys like look somewhere else? Can you stop like staring down at me intensely?
The Hur is the worst one.
I know, he's like right there. He's just like high, and you're like, oh my god, leave him!
Oh, protect her. To add to our woes, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is a bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem. None has the resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires my counsel regarding a brazen wolf. She means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garleans is greater still. Clearly, each nation can no longer afford to think only of that which occurs within its own borders. She is absolutely correct. If they know the Empire is coming, and that there is like bicker between the three, they're just gonna get run over super fast. So she's right that they all need to come together somehow.
Garlemald has a massive size, as she described. They absorbed many countries, so they are truly an empire. So if they remain divided on such issues, it's going to take all of Eorzea's strength to repel an attack.
And at the same time, they're also dealing with primal threats and stuff that's going on in their land. That's like they're like cornered in every single way. And then they have Garleans, like breathing down their necks, and it's kind of like, we're either going to be okay or we're not going to be okay. And since the calamity happened, all 3 city-states are worn down from rebuilding, that if they get invaded right now, it's all over.
Yeah, what we're witnessing right now with the city-states is 5 years after being in the process of being rebuilt.
A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may help to rekindle the spirit of unity, which brought the peoples of Eorzea together when last the Empire threatened our liberty.
Except Ishgard.
Except Ishgard, because they don't watch Star Wars. They watch, like, weird stuff.
Star Wars is banned as heretical material in Ishgard.
They watch weird stuff, like Sailor Moon.
Oh.
The Flame General was wise to make his proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve of it, because he promised me some Star Wars movies. The necessary provisions shall be made for service here in Gridania. I'm walking over here now, and I require a pen. My Star Wars pen. Hold my staff.
God. Where did that feather come from?
The hell are you looking at? Kiss the ring.
Now go.
It's okay, bye. Your work here is done, my friend. I shall send my reply to the Flame General forthwith. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely home. Now I'm gonna watch some more Yu-Gi-Oh!
Just like, feel free to sightsee. You can stay here as long as you want. And so yeah,
Oh,
like,
why? Oh, and they're already gone. Here, some things. You may now, like, make use of the airship routes connecting to, like, the 3 nations. Before you board, though, girl, you must pay the requisite fare in gil. That 1 gil.
It ain't for free. So yeah, I was like, we lost it, remember?
Oh, no.
We don't have any money.
Finn. What up, Serpent Officer? Call of the Sea. Serpent Officer has information that may be of interest to you, or maybe not at all. I pray your meeting with the Elder Seedseer went well, my Lord Envoy. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but did you not also deliver a message to Admiral Marilla of LIMSALOMINSA? While you were there, did you happen to meet Badaran, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench? Gregor's gentleman, always happy to help his fellow man. No, we literally just left.
We did not do any sightseeing.
We did not do anything. Well then, I'm told that he's a task for a capable adventurer. I know not what the task entails, but I dare say the Flame General's personal envoy would make a fine candidate. If you're interested in learning more, pray speak with Badaran at his establishment. Good luck with that lag, dude. You're gonna need it.
Oh boy. Let's leave.
Ugh. Back to the airship. Kinda makes me wish that they just started with Gridania first, and then make you go to Limsa.
Yeah.
What
well,
else?
I think it's like, I think Limsa is always the second one you have to go visit. They always like make you go back. Because even if you start in Lominsa, it's like... Yeah. Because I think if you start in Gridania, you end up in Ul'dah. And if you start in Ul'dah, you end up in Gridania. I don't know which one you end up if you start in Lominsa.
I think it's probably Gridania.
Yeah. Either way, you're just like, okay, well, I was just there, so I guess I'll go back.
Guess I'm going back. They're like, weren't you just here? And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Now we have to sightsee.
Now I have to go and look at this hellhole.
I mean, doesn't Lark spend a lot of time here because of the Rogues Guild?
Yeah, this would have technically been Lark's first area before he journeyed to Ul'dah.
It also makes sense because this is the closest place you can dock from Kugane and Doma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So technically, Lark's has been here before. Giaya is never. She's never. This is the first time she's ever been to Lominsa or Gridania.
Lars gives her the grand tour. There's these guys. That's where I was drunk once. That's where I threw up over there. That's where where we got really drunk over there.
Somebody held me up at knife point. It was great.
Well, I was drunk over there.
This guy was like, "How did you have that much money to drink?"
He was like, "Money."
So I was like, that's why you're not allowed back here, isn't it?
Oh god, I forgot about how he talks.
Oh, good luck, Larks.
Oh.
You're the one who's probably gonna have to voice most of the Thieves Guild too.
Oh
Or I
man.
should say Rogues Guild, or not the Thieves Guild.
Hello, Baderon. Aye, welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit whenever you like, mate. I'll be with ya in a... Aye, I'm Baderon, alright? Who's asking? Aye, or as I've got a Aye, or as I've got a job for a capable venture, you say? Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. Here's some thanks. Oh, you have completed the quest A Realm Reborn Part 1, exiting New Game Plus mode. Well, that's awkward.
Okay, so now we know where part 1 is. This part 2 is this.
Alright, we're on to part 2. In the midst of touring the 3 city-states and witnessing the myriad problems besetting the realm, the adventurer has a chance encounter with a member of the enigmatic Scions of the Seventh Dawn. An invitation to their base of operations, the Waking Sands, promises shed light upon the mystery of the Echo and more. Well, it's getting a little too ahead of itself. So ignore that. Alright, Baderon. It's probably pirates. What makes you say that? Baderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, has need of a capable adventurer. Hopefully I can do better. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in out of the Satasha Seagrut, and I need a trustworthy sword to head up north of Aleport and find out what they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know, because it's really not much. But it weren't so long ago as the Fishback's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit, and folk are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Baderon, I should be happy to elaborate. Who the hell are you? Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's Mr. Fancy Hat.
Well, if it ain't Mr. Fancy Hat himself. To what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just, you know, thirsty?
Thirsty for this D.
Neither, in fact, and definitely not that last part. I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. It was just one sentence on a piece of paper.
Try again later, Baderon.
Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Satasha Seagrut included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Curls had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. However, in light of recent developments, it would seem wise to search Satasha again. But, with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Oh, okay. Then it is settled. Are we getting paid or thanks? Satasha is located in Western NOSCEA. That's Western.
The Western part.
For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you get over yourself. or consult Melpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You are the man.
Like,
good luck to you, lad.
Two-Face to me.
Alright. So, where is the nearest etherite? I think it's right here. And Fisherman's Guild. And this is where we get lag.
As long as we stay a little bit away from the Aetherite Plaza.
Oh, good. Hello, via Melpa.
The Milpa?
The Melpa?
You're here about Commodore Raider's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry to airport. Airport.
Airport.
It's not Wineport, at least. It's airport. Once you arrive in western NOSCEA, though, you best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sastasha.
The what?
Better get in there, you suck-ass novice. The Adventurers Guild... Yeah, that's the thing that didn't happen when I was first playing this game. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Seagrot. The hall is on the way to Sastasha, just north of Aleport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. We don't need that. We're experienced people, and then we go die.
And we just die.
This ferry is bound for Aleport. Are you riding with us?
Nope.
No. Oh, gotta pay 40 gil. Well, that's on your tab, Larks.
Oh, okay. Good old Western NOSCEA. Woo! It smells like ale.
It smells like ale, it smells like port. We're in Aleport.
Must be Aleport. Alright, so speak with the seasoned adventurer at the Hall of Novice. Like we're a bunch of novices.
They really want to make, like, here, please play this tutorial before you do the first dungeon of the game. Please do this. So back in the day, this place was a thing, but it wasn't the Hall of the Novice. I don't know what was in here exactly before, but it didn't have all this stuff. Definitely been remodeled. Oh yeah, here's like all the masters. They have them all. So these are your mentors. If you're a healer, DPS, or tank. They teach you how to do your job according to how dungeons will want you to do it.
Oh, seasoned adventurer.
Hot row lady. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jacket sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Sastasha Seagrot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need the training we here at the Hall of Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedule. Speak with him and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. It's like, hey. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket south at the mouth of Sastasha Seagrot, and he will furnish you with details of your duty.
Cool.
So, me and Lars have already done this, so...
Yeah, we don't really need to do this. But if you're new to the game, it shows you how to, like, dodge AoEs, you know, what you're expected to do in a dungeon as you roll, whether if you're a tank, a healer, or a DPS, whether you're ranged magic or melee.
It doesn't make for riveting gameplay because it's actually really quite boring.
Yeah.
But it's necessary if you don't feel very confident going into dungeons. This is your first dungeon, and it is kind of intimidating because you will be with other players that will be judging you. But we will be going in with just ourselves because we can just queue in with undersized party. We got some adventurers hanging out here.
Hello, Elaine. Grandfather and I are companions on the road. We travel where the wind takes us, and drink in all the wonders this world has to offer. Only an adventurer can understand the joy of such freedom, of discovering hidden places and experiencing sights and sounds that few may ever know. The passing years have begun to take their toll on the old man, but no force save death itself will sate his appetite for adventure. That's good. Hello.
Isildur.
Isildore?
Isildur.
Oh, what's it? Isildur?
Isildur.
Isildur. Okay. I could never say this man's life. Ah, a fellow adventurer. You two are here to unravel the mysteries of Sastasha.
I need a lozenge.
I need a lozenge. I have adventured across this wide realm for more seasons than I dare to count. Yet still yours you manage to surprise me with your beauty and splendor. I really need that lozenge. Our journeys are not ended by their attainment of riches or fame. It is an unquenchable thirst for a lozenge of the unknown that drives us into the wild time and again. Even if I explore the world for 1,000 years, I would never grow weary of this life. Cool. Bye. Oh, here's an interesting group. Hello, Edda. Gasp. I'm sorry, Avir. I came as fast as I could. I tried haggling with the merchant, but 2 potions was the best I could get with the money you gave me. I had no idea how expensive they were. Alright, I'm sure Avir is very understanding. What took you so bloody long, Edda? If me purse was too light, you might have considered using some of your own bullion coin to get us what we need. You've only ever been as useful as the contents of your pockets. The gods know you can barely yield a scratch. We took up the venture in life to take on the big jogs and claim the big rewards. How we're meant to do that if you can't even get our supplies in order? It's him. The one Battern was talking to. Well, we'll see who gets the glory. This job should have been ours in the first place. Oh, what a great man. Hello, Leviathan.
Just drunk.
Edda, you're so slow. You lose a foot race to a tree slug. Oh, you're a nice person. Hello, Pio Rayo. Oh, this is perfect for an inaugural outing as a party. Wandering around in the caves, turning over a few rocks. How difficult could it possibly be? I never expected our first visit to the Adventurers Guild could yield such a straightforward way to win fame and fortune. I don't know what I was doing for him.
Now you gotta remember that for future endeavors.
Never.
You signed the contract to your grave.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so these are kind of rivaling adventurers. So they're also trying to enter the Sea Grot and claiming all of the treasure and the bounty prize for themselves.
Mm.
We won't be seeing them because I don't think many of these guys are going to get pretty far.
You know.
But, you know, they're around. They're going to be trying to compete with us.
Hello, Yellow Jacket. If that is your real name.
I also like Candace Bottom King. Sitting on the ground.
Oh, I have all the names. That's great. Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sought out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Oh, thank God. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been looking on the lookout for a pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So, when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I was surprised, but no one else was. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancy and serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-faced tattoos. Get us a ditty finder, you silly Billy. Okay. Sastasha now accessible. Alright, so this is our very first dungeon. So, New Game Plus, you know, we're going to be over-leveled. What I do want to try to do is, we're going to try to do it synced, and if the queue time takes too long for me to even fathom, we will do it unsynced. But I would like to show how the dungeon is usually kind of set up a little bit.
Okay.
And we're going to ignore all these people that's staring at us. Ah, Sastasha. After a period of relative silence following the calamity, the Serpent Reavers have once again taken to terrorizing the inland hamlets of NOSCEA, killing the men, kidnapping the women and children, plundering the storehouses, and burning what little they leave behind. Oh, that's great. For years it was not known how the pirates were able to raid areas so far from the coast, until a local shepherd sighted a band of painted ruffians entering the Sastasha secret, carrying large quantities of sacks and crates. Could it be that there is more to this cave than meets the eye? No, it's just a cave. Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh, I forgot. You have to register it.
Oh, I'm party leader. Register for Sastasha or Sastasha Hard?
Ooh, how about Sastasha Savage?
Sastasha Savage mode. So we're in queue now, we're forming party. The game will look actively for characters that are also queuing for the duty, and fill in. So typically you go in with 2 DPS, a healer, and a tank. We are 2 DPS, so we'll be looking for a healer and a tank. Usually if you're just a DPS, it will be a while.
Yeah.
And if you're 2 DPS, it just doubles your time.
We'll see how it goes. If it takes too long, then we'll just do it unsynced.
Yeah.
But try to give as much as I can to show what a dungeon is like. If it takes too long, whatever. We'll still show the dungeon.
Yeah.
So we'll give it like a couple minutes.
These other fools are like, we can't get in. Except these guys, they have a full party. Why aren't you, registering for duty? Meanwhile, Elaine and Isildur are like...
We're just happy to be here.
Taking a while for our queue to pop. I can't remember where they're from. Are they from Gridania? Or are they from Ishgard?
Yeah, that's a good question, because, like, his chainmail looks very Ishgardian.
Yeah.
I like to think maybe they are. Then again, it wouldn't surprise me if they also weren't, like, from Gridania either.
Yeah, it's hard because they just describe themselves as, adventurers. And they really don't have, like, a place of origin. Oh, Elaine's only 21 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, let's do the undersize.
Okay.
Worth a try.
Duty. So, if you're pretty over-leveled and it's just a lower-level dungeon that you've done like a million times, you can do undersized party, and you can do like solo or with just like 2 people. If it's like well, you can even do it with a full party too. What it just does is it doesn't sink you down.
Yeah, you're just gonna watch us blow things up, basically.
I mean, I have a lower level weapon on me. The dungeon sweep camera.
Good old Sastasha.
Yeah, so we're entering the caverns here to investigate some pirates. But we don't quite know what they're up to. We really just don't know. Alright, let's see if I still one-shot everything.
Yeah.
Fuck
It's
this
just
bat.
snowboarding.
Yeah, I have, what is this weapon? Oh, it's level 43. That's still way overpowered. So typically you'll be here around level 15. You would not be this strong. I'll go get the memo. So, part of doing dungeons is knowing certain mechanics. Mechanics are like things that you have to do in order to pass or do things pretty easily. One of the mechanics around here is making sure that you read this bloody memo over here. You find a blood-stained scrap of parchment with a message scrawled upon it in faded ink. The captain likes his cabbage green.
Queen!
So this message will change each time you're in here. It'll tell you some sort of color in the hidden message. So we have to remember the color green for right now.
Green.
This cave is pretty neat, as it just houses a whole bunch of like glowy coral. And also, what the heck is this over here? Why is it so glowy?
I know, right? Oh.
Yeah,
I was admiring the view, people.
One thing that's good without... So usually when you're in a party, you'll just kind of be like booking it throughout the dungeon. But because we're here together, we can kind of just explore and jump on coral and jump on this rock.
I like this rock.
I wonder how this coral is still alive even without water. It sure casts into this cave. The guy's like, I'm not even gonna begin to cast, you're just gonna hit everything. So here is the cavern proper. It is huge. So this giant clam over here will keep spawning these tiny shade seekers until you kill it. So there's actually a couple of ways you can kind of travel around here, like Lars is going up that path and then I'm going down here. Sometimes dungeons will give you some variations, especially in Realm Reborn, like, they like to just give you pathways. Later on, they're like, let's just make it straightforward.
Yeah.
On second thought.
They're kind of jellyfish. A lot of the critters are gonna look kind of like they've like a weird mutation.
Yeah. A lot of things around NOSCEA are gonna be kind of sea themed because we're by the ocean. Shade Seekers seem to be kind of little fire sprites that the clam just spews out.
Ah, yeah, so when you see a purple line like this, when you're in a dungeon, you are about to enter a boss fight.
Yep. This one's kind of sneaky because they're trying to hide the fact that there is no boss in here. Alright, so... got some colors going on here. Do you remember what was on the paper?
I think the captain likes his cabbage green.
Yeah, green?
Green?
You find a switch, press it.
Oh, I hear something moving in the distance. Press a switch?
A switch?
Who wouldn't? Oh.
So if you had guessed wrong, you would have gotten some nasties. So here's that coral banner I was talking about. Oh, didn't even finish casting. Out is a very dead cat. Actually, corals are kind of like lizard cats. Ooh, treasure chest. Finally, some loot! This is where we're actually making money now.
Oh,
yeah, it's like
a hidden door.
It's very, hidden, I guess.
Dead
as I
man's
waited by
drink.
there. Scurvy dog!
Oh, looks like we found some pirates.
They were hidden behind that hidden wall.
Oh.
Got another purple line.
It's him. Captain Madison. Your life ends in 3 seconds.
He's just like, get him! Oh, never mind.
Oh no!
Treasure chest. So usually after, pretty much after every boss, there's always a treasure chest you can loot. And in these treasure chests you can usually find some gear for your character or other goodies. Occasionally you'll find treasure chests that are just kind of lying about that aren't near bosses. Those usually won't carry loot. If they do, or I should say gear loot. If they do, it's usually stuff like accessories. And in a Reborn, well, it used to drop like potions or other material stuff, but I think they've changed it. I think they also drop accessories now too. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, they pretty much drop gear now.
Yeah.
It's all like RNG random.
Yeah, they just kind of roll the dice and sometimes when it comes to like items, it'll select a random player for it. When you have gear sets, you can roll on it. So the game will roll like a invisible dice for you, and whoever rolls the highest number gets to have the loot. The rules are that if the gear is for your character class, so like Vi is a thaumaturge / black mage doing this, any gear that is for magic casting classes will be prioritized to me, meaning that I can hit need on a certain group, so that way the only people I would ever compete with on that role is other magic casting characters. If you don't quite care if you want it or not, you can hit greed, which means you can have it a free-for-all. Anybody can greed on an item, but you can only need on something that is of your class. So, if you're the only caster in the group and you hit need, it is almost 100% guaranteed to you. Now, if you are feeling generous and you're like, oh, I don't quite need this, but I might... Are you lost?
Yeah, I'm trying to find that one room that has the people in it.
Oh,
it's on the other side.
Yeah, it's over here. Yeah. So this area is a little bit of a maze. Oftentimes the rooms that we have been, people will skip because they're not necessarily needed. They are kind of just optional routes. So occasionally you will beat up pirates that will drop keys. But I believe the key for this room over here is like right by the pirate. So this is like the pirates like...
Oh.
We don't even have to do anything about these guys. We just watch them.
Aww.
I forgot what they were even fighting about. Did they lose like a gambling thing? I mean, you could literally just be like, I'm gonna go collect the treasure. Or just like sneak by them and just... Yeah, so on this Acolyte skirt, I can roll need on that. Larks will only be able to roll greed. Since I don't necessarily need it, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna set it to greed. So now both me and Larks have an equal chance of getting it, just a matter of who rolls high enough. But had I rolled need, Larks wouldn't have been able to really roll on it, it just would have gone to me.
Would you like to fire for them?
How about fire 2, because that's all they're gonna need.
Oh, true.
That was satisfying.
That was satisfying.
I believe Black Mage / Thaumaturge is one of the few classes that might actually have an AoE at this level.
Let the prisoners out.
I gotta get this key to the hole. Gotta free the prisoners. Yeah, so we stumbled upon some pirate prisoners. They all seem to be women. And if you're thinking that there's...
Please, my lord, I'm ever so sore. Oh my god.
Yeah, so, there's been some, I guess you can't say human trafficking, but say some Eorzean trafficking going on here.
Ugh.
Yeah. I think that dropped earlier.
Well, we got them freed at least.
Yeah.
Alright, captain quarters. Did you auto attack?
I just bap.
Oh.
So, I would consider him to be a mini boss. He's also a huge Rogadin, like, just huge. Look at how much damage my whacking him with my little staff is. Eek. Eek. I'm just hitting him in the shins. So your auto attack is
apparently too powerful.
Yeah, I have a 43 weapon. I'm pretty sure if your item level is like 420, blaze it. And they're dead.
I gotta get in there.
We're traveling further. Dead Man's Drink. A lot of Pirates of the Caribbean references here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even more so.
It's Captain Madison.
My favorite whiskey. Or rum. Damn it, I should know. Pirates drink rum. He just... Bye-bye! So he has an annoying little bird. He didn't even let loose the scurvy dogs.
He didn't.
Scurvy dogs are just forever trapped in here.
Huh.
GG. So during that fight, halfway through, he will release the scurvy dogs. But, he ran too fast. Oh, the Mistbeard Cove.
Oh, I'm gonna grab them all. And I
Grab everything.
I want to do your biggest move that you could ever think of, which is most likely probably Flare.
It's Flare. I technically would not have this. See, I would not have Flare. Flare is a very powerful black mage move. I'm gonna use it just to show it off.
Alright, you ready?
All good. I was worried there for a minute. Oh, it didn't hit these guys. They were spared because they knew to back away.
They knew better.
We've made it to the end.
You savvy shopping ground, Shawaka.
Oh my god, what kind of monster is that?
That is a Sahagin, one of the beast tribes of LIMSALOMINSA.
So that's what's been here at the end of Sastasha, has it? Yeah, so I'm gonna whack it in the shins. So then the Octotooth has a specific mechanic where there'll be these unnatural ripples. And you have to click on them, or else something might come out. Now, recent times, that mechanic hasn't been done. Like, most people just prefer to burn right through the boss. Burning just means you just keep attacking it until it finally dies. Because even if some of these Sahagin come out, the tank usually can just take them on and the damage isn't done to where it's like detrimental to the mission. I wish I had a really low level move or something. Pretty sure if I cast this blizzard, he's gone.
Oh, he lived. Oh, Bubbles. Oh, we can at least maybe like show this off, I guess.
Yeah, so it's up to people who are not the tank, and usually not the healer either, to click on these unnatural ripples, or else Well, you filmed it. There we go. Yeah, so when you just got more enemies on you, it just makes the fight a little bit more complicated, that's all. I like the part where he just disappears into darkness. When that, like, Larks immediately went to, like, yeah, and Zai was still angry looking, like... Until finally she was just like, yeah, I guess.
Hooray!
Oh boy.
Don't need any of it.
We're turning that into Cell. You can get some gil. Zai's like, finally, something other than thanks. Now I can actually pay my guild fees.
Oh.
Oh. Our friends have left.
They're all gone.
Probably because they failed their mission. Only we made it to the final part.
Well, looks like we have to go back and talk to Baderon. Good
all
old
day.
Baderon. So yeah, that was Sastasha. Has a big reputation.
It's not quite the most riveting dungeon, hence it's like the first one. They have to make it kind of easy so that, you know, players are weaned into it. They don't want to launch a bunch of crap all at once. That'd be too complicated.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good practice. But yeah, the thing is that usually when you start doing your daily missions and have to do leveling roulette, oftentimes you'll get Sastasha because it's the first dungeon. It's the most likely to pop up.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's like, I've done this dungeon so many times.
We literally have. That's probably the #1 dungeon I've probably done so much in roulette. So.
Yeah. Me too. And it makes sense because it's like, if you're like leveling classes, you of course can't do a level 50 dungeon if you're only level 30. So that only leaves the dungeons that are level 30 and below. Since Sastasha is one of the first, it's almost guaranteed to be in that pool all the time. I can't remember, is this the Aft Castle we're teleporting to?
Yeah.
Okay. We solved the mystery of the pirates. They were led by a big giant monster fish guy.
You know,
It's
just
the
a normal day.
It's the sequel to that one, oh gosh, what is it? Touch of Water? Oh, what is it called? It's the one where the lady romances the big fish guy. As she should, like, good for her.
Yeah. Her dreams and her ambitions. Oh, what's
Shape
up,
of Water, there we go. Shape of Water. Yeah, that's Sastasha. It's the Shape of Water.
Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Oh, what do we have here? Dolores Bear. Well, okay.
Might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha?
I might.
Fuck you.
Oh.
It was seen that this ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. Now we're fucking poor. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal. Lofty though it may be, we're gonna become millionaires. Oh, where did this Lalafell come from? Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism that will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. But we're actually just gonna fucking die somewhere in some cave hole.
Huh.
Do you have such a goal? It's like Dora the Explorer. Do you want to go die in a cave hole? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. So yeah, it's like, I just want to get filthy rich. Do you want to buy this book off of me? Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals is arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, milady and my lord.
Bye!
I take back that fuck you. I guess I'm nice. And then we never saw them again.
Ah, back then, are ye? With all your limbs and a tail to tell, I'd wager.
Yeah,
Dude,
do you want to buy
there's
this
big
armor
fish,
then?
and this guy, and I killed his guys in one fell swoop.
This was not the shape of water I was promised.
Fishbacks. And there I was thinking you only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. Ah, 7 hells. You turn your back your 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly bastards are up to shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like
So I was like, can you translate that?
He's like, they died. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning, unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the Fanos Tastasha, of course. Anyway, all's well that ends well. On behalf of LIMSA, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for no more than that. Now, I bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the folk are in need of a venturer what can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. About the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Okay. Take some thanks.
Yeah. Here's some thanks. Yeah, I was like, can I buy a drink with that?
You'll get a plate.
Party Finder unlocked.
Oh, something that we'll never use. Alright, Baderon. Call of the Forest. Baderon has information on a new task. Oh boy! Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes for our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you got asked to do, I somehow doubt it'd pose any trouble for a venturer as it survived the Bedlam in Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Miyun, me counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate.
Oh,
Good.
great. Now we're going back to Gridania.
Lark and Zero, like, we were literally just there.
So yeah, it's like, I don't want to go. Yeah, the guy's right here at the airship landing.
Oh, you're right. Well,
So yeah, I was like, I'll just be there.
I'm just gonna magically teleport there.
So it's like, I'm going to take the elevator. Bye.
And you're like, hey, Zia, I've been waiting.
Like, shut up, Larks. I was like, do we have to go to Gridania?
And it's like, yeah. Alexa's like, don't even talk to me right now.
Talk to you later.
Pissed off at you for leaving me the first time. I just wanna fly. Put your arms around me, baby.
Here we are, back at the Tree Hugger City.
Kinda feels like we were just here.
Zia is like already leaving. She's like, I am going to go up and get myself a drink at the bar. I need to drink in order to exist in Gridania. She's up talking to the leave meet. She's like, no, I don't want to leave. I want to drink.
I don't want to leave. I don't need no common leave. Alright, Mother Mion.
Take a seat wherever you'd like, friend. Our waitress will come and take your... Oh, not here to dine? Dare I hope that you're the adventurer Vaderon sent word about?
Larks has like his hands over Zuya's face. She's like, no, I want...
Drink! Except, oh, Zuya can't speak. She's like trying to sign out there. She's like, I have no idea what she's trying to say.
Holding onto her arms.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mion, and the Caroline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Please level up.
Take some thanks.
Here's some things. Please come back to me when you're level 16. Zia's like, I'm level 80. She's like, oh, then I will continue.
Fire in the gloom.
Ready for that briefing? Good. I hope you leveled up. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mion, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none step forward? I say, will none help me? And good morrow to you, Bow-Lord. Your need must be pressing indeed. God, she's like, your need. I'm like, I've read too much fanfiction. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. She beat up so many pirates. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. You see what I did there? It's plant jokes. Beneath this central shroud there lies an underground burial site called the Tam-tara Deepcroft. Oh.
Ooh.
The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. You never heard of Gelmora, and I'm not going to explain it. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been sulking about Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity, too. Like, usually we have a couple of skeletons, like, this is a lot of skeletons. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. Now, the Lambs of Dalamud were a thing in 1.0, as I recall. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scout the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. That's a lot of birdmen.
Yeah.
The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. We can rely on you to undertake this Can we rely on you to undertake this task, Fred? Sure. Can I have some money for it? You have my gratitude.
Thanks.
You have my thanks. Once you see to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Goodbye. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. That's a... You're not gonna say, may you ever walk the light of the crystal?
No, we're just gonna make it more convoluted. Alright, Tam-tara Deepcroft.
That's out in Central Thanalan. Not Central Thanalan.
Central Thanalan.
I'm still out in Ul'dah, okay?
Yeah, I keep thinking about Ul'dah.
Yeah. So the Lambs of Dalamud, if you paid attention, Dalamud was the lesser moon that fell down, the one that housed Bahamut in like a little egg. These guys actually are a cult that worships Dalamud. And when the calamity happened, instead of running in fear from it, they're like, we're gonna go worship that.
Like,
So, they're still around, even 5 years later, doing whatever cults do, I guess. Which we're about to find out.
Kinda wondering if they're also, like, if they looked up at the moon, that could also mean, like, they could also been, like, enthralled by it, too.
I don't know. I don't know how close you have to get to Dalamud in order to get, like, influenced by that.
That's true, yeah.
Because, like, we do know that people involved with Project Meteor, they pretty much were like Icarus. They flew too close to the sun. But in this case, they flew too close to the moon.
That's rough, buddy.
The moon, instead of my girlfriend turned into the moon, it's like the moon turned into a dragon.
That's rough, buddy.
Only the dragon was my girlfriend. Just instead, like, you know, big titty dragon.
Big titty dragon.
With a Tonka trunk ass. That's exactly how I want my dragons. See, actually, it's a good thing Ishgard wasn't involved with Project Meteor at all. Like, they kept to, like, you know, their city. Because if they had seen, like, Dalamud, they would all been like, ooh, I want that. You see how big those tits are?
Like, holy crap, a dragon in a moon? Close the gates!
But open them just a little bit.
Just a little bit, so we can kind of look at that dragon tit. Yeah, we're all on the same page about dragons.
So think about this Bahamut. The original Bahamut died like a millennia ago. Like, way before Eorzea or even Garlemald, any of it ever existed. This is during the times of Mercidia versus the Allegan Empire. And it was the Alleg who actually killed Bahamut. And what we see there is primal. Pretty much a fake Bahamut. Oh no, it's our friends.
Oh, Elaine and them don't look good. I started to think what might have happened to Ilstra have I not thought to pick the fruit I stumbled across the way here. Sometimes he has too much vigor for his own good. Age is supposed to mellow us, but if anything has made him more impetuous. I understand his desire to make use of the time left to him, but one misstep, and there won't be any mushrooms for him to get a little bit bigger.
Oh.
Doop-boop-a-doop-a-doop.
Oh,
How are you
boy.
doing? Pant! Childish curiosity prompted me to commit the most elementary of blunders. Were it not for the fruit that Elaine found, my adventures may well have ended in this forbidden place, and I would have never got to the other castle to save the princess. Always look before you leap. In my haste, the most fundamental rule of adventuring slipped my mind. I do believe I shall rest here a while. This is not a good place to rest. This is literally a grave area.
Did you not see, like, that scorpion come by earlier?
Right? I think I'm going to rest here in the scorpion.
It's like, slow down, Grandpa.
Oh, and these are the people we just ran into.
Oh, hey.
Dolores
This is
there.
awkward. So we meet again. I cannot say I'm surprised to see you here. You took the prize back in Limsa, but this time we will give you better sport. Or I am no true adventurer. Nothing bad is ever going to happen to any of us.
What up, Manifa?
Gods, I hate mausoleums. It's not right to disturb the dead in their slumber.
I agree.
I
Probably
have
the
a
only
skeleton
smart
phobia.
one out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people.
Think of
Kikiana.
our goals, sister. One day, our adventures will be the stuff of song, and it will all be worth it.
Okay.
So I was like, right, all I need is to get paid. Look at all these skeletons.
No sign of Edda
But these are
in her group.
but these skeletons are okay. Gridania's like, oh no, they're always here. It's like that's an okay amount of skeletons. We're talking about more skeletons than even this.
Even more?
Oh hello. We got other newbies behind us who are like, we're a Hrothgar.
Hello, God's Quiver. You're a large shallow in Zuya, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the deep croft and purge it of the lands of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity put an end to the 6th astral era. The cultists took the lesser moon Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming hot pieces before it could complete its descent.
They're like, no, please squish us, King.
Step on
Please.
us.
We just want you to squish us all.
Now, having seen their big titty god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their hot fanfic.
Oh no, they write fanfic, Larks.
The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfere with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge the Titty Lord. Whatever it is they're
how
doing.
is this different from Ishgard?
Right?
Everybody else is heretics except that.
Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Tam-tara Deep Croft now accessible.
Like they're having a huge orgy down there, and Zuya's like, we have to stop them. There's no horny allowed. We have to.
Since its establishment during Gelmoran times, this subterranean crypt has been used for generations as a final resting place for the remains of rulers and nobles. Since the calamity, however, the tunnels have been overrun with the Lambs of Dalamud, a deadly cult who worships the now fallen satellite as their savior. It is the Deep Croft that these twisted souls silently plot revenge against those who fought to prevent the advent of Dalamud, summoning any dark presence who will aid them to this end, no matter what the cost. And then we sense the S mark.
So occasionally if an S rank comes up on the map, the game will say, there's something really powerful nearby, but we are just newbie adventurers, so we can't take that down. I'm gonna try to queue normally, see if this one might be different, so.
Okay. We haven't seen Edda and her group that we saw in Sastasha.
I believe they're already inside.
Hope they're okay.
I think they beat us in this case. Because I believe Elaine and Isildur went in already, but then they're like, oh no, it's too dangerous. I mean, you only queued with a tank and a DPS. What did you expect?
Right.
As we did Sastasha just by ourselves. And then these guys don't have a full party either, they're just 3. I mean, at least they have a healer with them. It's pretty... Even canon-wise, you want to always team up with as many people as you possibly can. Typically, adventurers groups are in 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
At least canon-wise. In the game-wise, you'll usually team up with 4, 8, or 24 people.
That's right, 24.
Yeah, 24-man raids are fun.
Mm-hmm.
The 24-mans are a group of 3 8s. 8 times 3 is 24.
Yes.
Oh, we could talk a little bit about Gelmora. So they don't really explain this, but Gelmora is where the Duskrite, aka the Dark Elves, lived. Until, I'm not sure, did Gelmora fall apart? Did something happen to it? They had to leave. pretty much, Gelmora formed at a time where certain Elezen, rejected the will of the elementals. They did not want to answer to their angry, vibrating entities. And while the Wildwood went into Gridania, or they'd formed Gridania in the Twelveswood here, Duskrite here formed Gelmora underground. So what we're about to enter is some older areas of what once was Gelmora. As far as we know right now in canon, like, Gelmora just absolutely does not exist. You can explore it like ruins. Yeah. But we really haven't been talking with a lot of Duskrite Elezen. Like, the only ones we do see are the ones that were forced to return to Gridania and the Twelveswood or went elsewhere. They have a negative reputation. They usually are suspected of being thieves and scoundrels and overall unsavory people. But that's mostly just due to racism. They look at Duskrite and they're just like, oh, well, you're like dirty cave dweller people or whatever. But, that negative attitude often breeds animosity between Duskrites and pretty much anyone else, but mostly Gridanians. Because Gridania can get a little bit purist. I mean, they're Elezen.
Yeah. And it also has to deal with elementals, too, because throughout this entire, like, time we've been playing this game, we've never met an elemental. Like, ever.
Yeah.
All we know is that they vibrate and that they're really angry.
I mean, I think that's personally how I imagined them, because in Final Fantasy XII you can find some entites, and literally all they do is just buzz around and vibrate angrily, and that's where I've just been like, I bet that's the elementals. Like, truthfully, in canon, you cannot perceive elementals. They exist on an entirely different plane. Only the Seed Seers can come into contact with them, and even then, their communication with the elementals is murky at best. They interpret the will of the elementals as best they can. I've just been jumping on some of the ruins here.
But it's also a way for, like, especially for when Gridania was being formed, too. That was, like, the only way to know if what they were doing, even in the Twelveswood, was okay. Because, like, Gridania is not... I mean, they're the face of, like, rule, but, like, the true ruler of this forest is the elementals. And the fact that the Padgils are able to talk to them and be able to know, like, you know, there's an unfouled presence here in this part of the woods, or there's a fire going on here, or even people that they don't approve of, they want out. And it's like, we'll see that throughout the story. Like, there's some people that the elementals are just like, we don't appreciate what you are. And it's kind of, and I don't know if it's like full on, like, you know, like racism, but it's, I think it's more like they're more distrustworthy with newcomers that they come out if they're not from a pact from Gridania themselves.
Yeah. History has proven the elementals were once, they caused the calamity that happened before this one, which was the Great Flood. And the elementals were very, very angry with the disruption of magic that was going on at the time, and they flooded everything. So, since then, it took a while for even, you know, Gridanians to form this pact with the elementals, get that trust. But it is kind of mysterious. It's like, how are they selected? Based on, you know, what the elementals like and what they don't like. Like, if they can sense in any shape or form of, like, oh, this person is pure of heart and they won't cause any trouble, like, I don't think that they have a perfect sense of that. They just have to guess. So most of the time, they will reject people that don't really seem like they're going to cause any trouble, just for reasons. It's like, the elementals don't want you here, bye. But, a lot of refugees from Alamigo came to Gridania to see if they could, you know, take up residency here, and a lot of them have been told no.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's mostly because of Gridania and Alamigo's past that causes the elementals to be so distrustworthy against them specifically, or if it's just because this is a newcomer, they're going to cause harm to the forest. We must tell them to leave.
Yeah. Alright, it's been about 7 minutes. We haven't gotten any bait.
Let's go ahead and do undersize.
Okay. OP run it is.
It's like no one wants to do the early stuff.
The early stuff, unfortunately, is hard to get into. Nobody's like, oh boy, I want to do Tam-tara right now. And you'll notice a common theme with a lot of these dungeons. We got the dungeon camera sweep. They gotta give us a sweet, sweet preview of this dungeon.
Alright, so this is a very different vibe than what Tasha gave.
Yeah, these crypts are old. Like, pretty old.
I don't want to know what's in that black orb.
We're about to find out. These guys look very much alive.
And now they're very much dead.
So, we can kind of get a vantage point from here. What's going on here? The Gridanians walk down here and they're like, something's going on.
They're like, that don't look right. They get a message from the elementals and they're like, bruh.
Text message. They got an Amber Alert from the elementals.
It's an Amber Alert.
Connie's
seen us like, Jesus, they're really vibrating today.
They're vibrating angrily. Let's pull as many stuff as we can. So there's some extra rooms, just like before. If you want to investigate every nook and cranny again, a lot of times this stuff will be skipped because there's really nothing back here. In fact, was there ever a treasure chest here, or is there just those little glowy lights?
I think there was a treasure chest.
I think they've gotten rid of some of them because it was like you'd only find like a potion or an ether in there.
Yeah, that could be true.
They're not really that desirable. Huh. There's a symbol of the twin adders in here, but I didn't think, I'm not sure what the twin adder symbol is.
That's the Gridania. That's the actual Gridania symbol.
Oh, okay. Oh, this guy's
They'll
here to
explain
party.
later, but mostly the twin snakes are supposed to represent, the violent unity between the Elezen and the Here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. Die. Oh. Do you kill it with fire? I'm scared.
It's a bloggy. What do they call it?
A blonga?
A blonga. It's a blonga.
It's a blonga.
And finally, treasure. More stuff that we can sell. So I think I better take this cultist orb off, you know. That did something.
That did something. Nice altar.
This is like almost like some Skyrim dungeon where there's usually always some people that are doing some bullshit down in a cave. They're like, we're summoning my dead mother. It's like, okay, good for you.
They're like, neat.
I love in Skyrim that you just kind of like stumble upon something and you're like, I was kind of expecting a dwarven cave. We're collecting loot to sell off, so we finally have money. Not that we actually really need it IRL, because I'm sitting at like 1,000k. For 100k. Beep. Oh, my skate is not one-shotting him.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boink.
Nice.
So yeah, it's like our only hope of ever earning any funds from these adventures. His adventures is just getting all of the ancient loot out of this chest and selling it on the black market. It's like we looted from some crypts. Somebody's ancient grandmother's like ring or something, and she's like, "I'm selling this for 5 gil."
Ugh, I never liked giant long legs. Ugh.
Oh, the spiders.
Yeah. I know I have
Yeah.
some type of arachnophobia.
I'm not really bothered too much by like spiders.
Not Johnny,
but
Daddy Long Legs.
Oh, I thought you were just giving him a nice nickname. Pew.
Oh, they must be onto us now. Now they made a sealed barrier.
Like,
Impenetrable
what the hell?
barrier prevents further progress. I'm going to get in there.
Oh, there's no way other to go than this not-so-secret room over here. This looks like it was walled off at some point, and then it... Yeah. I wonder why they walled it off. That's a lot of dead people.
Now we got a cultist rosary that we can sell. Or maybe we can do the barrier. But money!
So yeah, it's like, it doesn't have to break. We could just smash it against there and hope that it's still intact.
Whoop.
The cultist rosary is still in my inventory, so... I'm gonna grab this orb! I can't grab it. Cultist orb is protected by an etheric field of unknown origin. The game's like, you have to defeat these enemies before you can progress forward. We're not gonna let you do anything otherwise.
Well, last orb.
Whatever's in that, it can't be that bad. Oh look! Magic bridge.
Inside every depressing orb is... Davy Jones.
You dare summon me?
Me? You seem surprised. You did not cross our gates in search of blood? Come hither, children of the dawn. The undying master will drink deep tonight. What?
Like, no, we're not cultists. We didn't summon you. And he's like, you touched the orb. It's like, damn it.
You touched the butt.
You touched the orb means you're a cultist. It's like, damn it.
I'm glad they summoned a squid.
It's Cthulhu.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
we have to call him Galvanath, the Dominator.
Oh, TM.
That's just straight up Cthulhu. Oh, he saw me.
Oh.
Alright. He's invulnerable right now. Oh, now he's not.
Oh.
Oh no! Still invulnerable. The minions are dead. Now you're dead.
No, my chesto berry. I just always like the joy emote you do.
See, I was like, yay, death!
Yay, squid!
We just beat up Cthulhu!
And got calamari!
More stuff to sell.
And still no sign of Edda and them. I hope they're doing alright. I'm sure they're fine.
They're probably just in another part of the creepy cryptoid area.
Yeah, no big deal. Alright, let's head back to Gridania. Alright, we got a report to Mione. Issue will load into my screen. There she is.
Welcome back, Suyaya and Larks. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deep Cross was a success. Was it true that you punched Cthulhu? Nor did I expect anything less. I mean, honestly, Cthulhu. Baderong's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. I mean, you did just take on a whole slew of pirates. Even so, you are to be commended. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. That's how you're being paid. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurers. Do you guys pay me? Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence with our fraternity of late, times being what they are. The guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves. You remember that old man in a lane outside? With predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point.
Oh.
Avir's gone, and it's all your fault. If you hadn't taken an age to heal him, he'd still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. Every healer knows this problem.
Right.
He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. To hell's with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye, good riddance. That's also something you'll encounter at a party. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing. But you couldn't even do the one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright?
She's doing what?
Wait, don't leave me alone. Please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me.
Oh. There goes my heart.
Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventures of your expertise. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Please party up with people that aren't dickheads like that.
Yeah.
And also, if you aren't in healing range, you don't get healed. Remember that rule. Unless you'll just become a head carried in some woman's pocket.
Jeez.
Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another.
Enough of that morning shit.
About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable.
Oh, stop.
think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you.
Okay. Take some planks.
The game is like, please party up with people and know what you're doing, or else you're just gonna get toxic player behavior.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what was said there is pretty nice compared to some parties I've been in.
True.
Most of the game isn't like that, though. Most parties are just chill. Alright. Call of the Desert. I was born there. So, you're not adverse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. So he's like, I want to go back home. As I mentioned earlier, this request comes from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself.
I already know her. She's mom.
Yeah, she's already given us so much advice, and all we need to do is give her dick pics. Chances are she'll send you in the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, Zaya and Larks, and good luck.
And good riddance.
I'm just gonna teleport to Ul'dah.
You want to teleport? Okay.
Yeah. Because Zia is like, I obviously have a home point there. I live there. So this entire, like, series of quest lines has just been, here's to warm you up about dungeons. Don't suck at them or you'll just die. You're also earning a little bit of fame.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you do these feats, people are like, huh, there's somebody who goes into dungeons and doesn't die.
Interesting.
Interesting, they don't die.
They don't die.
Oh, a senior saboteur. Oh, I guess the event's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Did it start today?
It did.
Okay. There's a special event going on today, but we won't be playing it in this episode. Momodi, we're back. We don't... I mean, do you want to talk about Shark D or something? I don't know. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's you! Zia, Larks! And there I was spouting the same tired line. Telling me about all the dick you saw. Yon sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment, and that ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way just to listen to me prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we?
First, some thanks.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to sell off this plunder to the marketplace the first moment I get. Oh, into a copper hell.
Oh.
It's almost like it rhymes with the name of the dungeon. Bodhi is waiting to brief you on your task. Hey, look, there's a face we know.
Oh, boy.
The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now.
Oh, here we go. God's almighty. Another second under that sun, and I would have been sent to fire. A tanker of ale, if you be so kind.
It fits so well. It shouldn't, but it does. Excellent timing, Papa Sean. I'm gonna get your southern accent soon. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here.
Oh, why, it was my good friends, Lox and Zuya. It does my spirit well to know that you are the one who'll be helping us.
Mayhap you'd like to appraise Zia of her mission?
Ah, yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina & Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. There's gold in them dar hills.
Then why is it called copper? He's like, wait a minute, copper isn't gold?
Wait a minute, I must have been outside too much. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place.
Oh, we've gone from pirates to giants now.
Giants to dead things to cults who really like titties, and then this.
Tits and ass.
These giants are of the clan known as the whatever. Fearsome creatures who are sealed within the... Hecatoncheries. Hectos. Fearsome creatures
sure that's
who were...
a slur in their language.
Probably. Who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of their ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site.
It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? See, I'm getting this.
You are a little bit. You know
your
your history well, my lady. The people of that age used the Hecatocalicalicos to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind ferocious creatures to their will. But as is often the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Higglebiggies, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Because there's gold in them darn hills.
I like that they're just kind of like, we're gonna bury them. That'll solve it. Done.
That sounds like Ulda.
Well, now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article. I can't stop. About Copperbell the Mistral Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants.
Yeah, I can hit just the country twang now.
She fits too because she doesn't just finish her ing sentence.
True.
Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething.
Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There'll be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, and Foofaloofa's very toned-down, muscly, toned-hued voice, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'm not
gotta help his gumdrop buttons.
My gumdrop buttons! I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Holy shit, he's Colonel Sanders. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you, it is for the best.
In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in Western Thanaland. Remember, Western Thanaland, not Central. Do take care, you hear?
And one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina & Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mercer, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Oh, God.
Great. Now there's giants.
Oh,
yeah,
he's
like,
literally right behind us.
Oh, frick. It's like, I got a contact for you. And it's like, hello. It's like, what? Wait, didn't we meet this guy? Or was it some other Rogan in front of Copperbell?
Someone else.
Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? Oh god, I have so much PTSD over that place. You've got guts, miss. I hope you got skills to go with them, 'cause things ain't pretty down there. The hecto cherries.
The hecto cherries.
Hecto cherries left the place in a right state nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Ul dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for rebuilding effort, the concern would have never thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Looks like giants don't need to fucking eat things. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to the halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation resting on you, friend. Best of luck. You know, no big deal.
NBD.
Alright, gotta go to Western Thailand, not Central, it's Western. Copper Hell into Copper Bell.
Hey Foofaloopa, I miss you already.
He's like, hello Larks.
Hello Larks, hello Zuya. I'm doing my best to protect Horizon.
So yeah, it's like, she's like running away.
She's like, bye!
Ah, I remember. It's Drunken Stag and Torrid Whisper. They're still out here.
Fanning over that fanfic.
You want to just assume nobody's doing this one and just queue right in? Oh, hey, look.
Oh, Elaine.
These guys. They're still kicking. Oh. It's like, hey, you guys are still alive. We found Dolores Bear and his entire party dead. The giants were thorough with their work.
It's not funny, but it is.
Judging by their tracks, it would seem they tried to rush a horde of the creatures. I cannot say for sure what drove an experienced crew like theirs to throw caution to the wind, but I do have my suspicions.
They were trying to beat us, so they kind of... No, that was crazy of them.
We are all our own worst critics, and our desire to be better past achievements can rob us of our good sense. Thus do we become more given to recklessness. While it is important to have goals, one must not fixate upon them to the exclusion of all else. Do so, and one will surely pay the price, as Dolores Bear and his comrades did this day.
Jeez, we just started this game, and already so many people have died.
Yeah. The whole party of people. Happier.
Oh, what's up, man? I've been an adventurer for long years, and bore witness to many a pivotal moment in history. Though the times may have changed, the essence of our trade has not. Adventure has never been a quest for self-betterment through challenges freely faced, and never shall it remain so. As an adventurer becomes more experienced, he will naturally acquire a love of justice, and an understanding of the spirit of self-sacrifice. I need a lost and really bad man. Such experience cannot be measured in any tangible way, yet it must have surely shaped who we are. Grounded as in the decisions we have made on our journey, and their consequences good or ill. I sense a light within you, young too, and it tells me that you are destined for greatness. But first, let me tell you a story. Bye!
See, I was like, what is everybody seeing? Light? Promise? Like, she's like, pay me.
At least these two have survived.
Yeah, these two, they're smart and they got each other, and for being a party of two, they're like, we don't care if we win the dungeon or not, we're just here for some fun.
We're here for the thanks.
If they're gonna die, they're just gonna give up. Good thinking. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure its efforts are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. Oh, what? You're the adventurer who had volunteered to quell the Well, good luck. I didn't think that Papa Shan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can, and enter at will.
Copperbell Mines. Let's see. Abandoned, once purged of ore, Copperbell Mines lay untouched for nigh on 3 centuries, until Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern reclaimed the shafts. Ooh. The guild's sights set on expanding the mines downward in an attempt to tap yet undiscovered veins of valuable metal. Unfortunately, it was not riches the powder kegs uncovered, but sheer terror. For when the smoke cleared, out poured an army of raging giants from the darkest recesses of the mines. The Hecto-somethings, thralls of the Lost Throne dynasty, were at last free from the lightless prison, 300 years of hate fueling their madness.
So we are getting even more dangerous. We've been in baby fights, now it's like whole giants.
Now it's real.
Who have had 3 centuries of being down there just getting angrier. Dungeon sweep camera.
Copperbell Mines.
Ding, you have reached Copperbell Mines. Please watch your step.
Please watch your step, as there's a lot of boards and a lot of goblins in your way.
Man, it would have been really dark if they had like left Dolores Bear's parties like dead bodies like right here. And you're just
I'm surprised they didn't.
Or Realm Reborn was still like, look, we're not Heavensward yet, okay? We're trying to be a little bit civilized.
We're still kid-friendly.
Maybe Elaine and Isildur are like, we're like, maybe we should take their bodies and bring them someplace where they're not just gonna rot forever down. So it's a whole nother, like, beat up enemies, collect keys, unlock doors. Lift this lever. Pull the lever, Kronk!
Pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever!
So, if you don't make sure everybody is in the lift when you pull the lever, yes, you can leave your party members up top.
Yeah.
They can always pull the lever again, though, and send it back up, so it's not like they're lost forever. Look at all these Spriggans!
I love Spriggans.
Are Spriggans, like, just sprites come to life? Or
Something
are they like
that.
Else?
I think there used to be like regular enemies, and then they picked up a rock, and the rock took control of their mind, and now they're forever enslaved to that rock that they carry.
Oh, well that's something.
Yeah, they literally lose free will over the rock. The more you know. But they're still cute. We still love them.
Look at all of this parade of enemies.
It's kind of a cute parade. And then when they die happy. Oh, that one just got stabbed through the fire post. Oh, well. Enjoyed that.
So, part of this dungeon is you gotta collect various pieces of fire sand that are left behind by excavations. It's because you'll come across areas where there's been some cave-ins, so you're gonna need to blow up all that rock. So you Gotta keep your eyes peeled for any fire sand. Put it in the powder chamber.
Alright, we got this.
Get the blasting device. Push that thing down. Jam. Well, that's how Larks died.
I had to.
GG. So this is kind of a boss fight. It's mostly, if you are a caster or a ranged person, you sit on this box right here and you just wait for enemies to come to you. That's how I do this dungeon. I just sit right here on my box.
Just a bunch of Spriggans.
It's like a gauntlet or something. It's like survive all of these enemies that just keep coming after you. But they're just cute soot sprites that die happy. Why do they die happy? They're like, oh good, the sweet release of death.
Probably. There's literally only one Spriggan in this whole entire game where I actually died upset.
It's quite tragic.
I know. Oops.
But wait, there's still more.
My
Still
goodness.
more.
I didn't realize how many freaking Spriggans they showed up in this fight.
It's like, how many Spriggans are even in this place?
There we go. There's Kotos. So yeah, these are the Helicanardi berries. Yeah, they look angry.
You just assassinated him.
Yeah, that's what we ninjas do. Ooh, tiny key. Ooh, goggles. Maybe these goggles could be used for some cutscene in the future.
Took me a while. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh god, that one.
It took yeah, when the silence happened, I was like, oh, she's thinking.
It's the AOL. Just dial tone.
Well, now we're going deeper into the mines.
Down further. We're backwards.
Yeah.
Just like that. What do we arrive at?
Oh, more power. Let's do it.
This is the soul. Errant soul. I wonder if that was Dolores Barretta's group.
Oh god.
Oh, we're gonna go the other way. Wait, you don't have to be down here, do you?
Yeah, you do.
Like, I'm just gonna clear out these enemies. There we go. Oh, the blasting caps have them. So I was like, I already took care of it. Ew.
Larks needs to learn to get away from those.
Gotta get away from the blasting site. Gotta pick up this sand.
Oh yeah. So I'll just be the tank.
This guy, you can't just start wailing at.
No, we can whale him.
Oh, we don't want to do the mechanic.
We're high level enough that he actually gets damaged.
I'm gonna still break him up. This might kill him. So you're supposed to lead some of these blasting caps to this. It's literally just a slime, like your typical adventuring slime. Oh, and then he splits into two, and then I think about like 6. something like that. But you have to hit the improved blasting device to summon one of these blasting caps. Oh, and the Spriggan is attacking it. Oh no. That's gonna kill it in one hit.
Oh, my Dochin killed the blasting cap. Whoops.
Oh. Well. Oh, I guess just killing them, like, also just makes them bleed.
Well, we're learning something.
We don't need any blasting caps. Well, I still showcase, like, you know, mechanics that you do here. Even tinier! Oh, and they're all dead. I gotta pick up this fire sand. Lars, what did we learn?
Nothing.
I was like, I'm just gonna leave you dead here. Alright, well this looks different. We're definitely in a different part of the mine.
Oh! There's another angry daddy.
You know what's terrifying though? They come out of the walls.
Yeah.
You never know when you might be running down someplace and it's like, there's a giant.
Uh-oh. Well, this doesn't look too promising.
The giant cavern.
Slaves no more! Free! Free!
For free?
For free? Oh, what are you gonna do with that big hammer?
So how this fight was supposed to go, which I've never actually witnessed, even when I was a newbie, was that this giant is going to break out other giants that have been housed behind these boulders. You're supposed to take out those other giants and then come back to this guy, but nobody ever does that. All we do is we just kill this guy. Not today, Satan. So, this door right here is pretty old.
I guess that's where they were kept all these years.
Yeah. I can't remember, this is like Belladia architecture, or is this like Alien? I think it's Belladia.
Belladia.
The door just reminds me of a certain place.
Do you have anything to say, Stone Torch? Oh. You just give what you said before. Okay. Report to Painted Mezza.
I guess he's back at the quicksands.
Looks like, yeah. Oh, it's like Elaine and I guess her dad are gone.
It's Grandpa.
Grandpa.
I think she was raised by her grandpa. Not much is said about her parents.
I hope we see them again sometime. I'm glad somebody lived through these dungeons.
Yeah.
Everyone else is freaking dead or like on their own now. Oh, I see. Schling schling.
Hmm.
Interesting.
What's that all about?
Painted mezzo, why are you glowing? Oh, yeah,
Obviously, very easy difficulty.
Let's see what's going on here.
Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operation can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Sean the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece.
Even though she sees my back right now.
She's right there. Oh no! What's that screen?
From question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Get your game on.
Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. I paid for it with me own coin.
What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less choice cut of dodo. Get your game on. I'm gonna say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. So get your game on. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades. You know, help keep the streets safe from law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime.
Rape is funny. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness.
He is indeed half a man bun.
Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with my own coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal.
Alright, you leave this girl alone. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master?
I mean, she looks a lot better than you.
I had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. Get your game on. Alright, man, your man bun ends in 3 seconds.
Does this sink us down? I think it does.
Yeah.
Oh no, I still have my weak weapon.
I'll take care of this. The rest of you can watch. Okay. This ain't gonna be much of a fight.
Filthy bodyguard. I bet he does need a big bath. What are you, Ishgard?
I should have stopped at the 7th ale. Stop bloody guapping and give me a hand, will ya? Yeah, bring all your friends. And he's already on the floor. Take that, boastful bodyguard. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Oh, and he like flat went on the floor. Hell yeah. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? You're supposed to get your game on.
Why aren't you here? Getting your game on. I'm still getting into the cutscene.
Oh, did I beat too fast?
GIA is a little bit slow with her spell casting. Alright, now I'm at Desperate Damsel. Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Not just twice, but 3 times.
Oh, you said twice, now I'm having a migraine.
Oh no, my medical condition.
The mushrooms.
Sierra and Larks are like, I'm getting my game on. Outside the walls of Ul'dah. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked.
And you wouldn't be mistaken.
Oh my God, Michael Jackson, is that you? But I can't talk to you like this. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now?
It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. Residents found the lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. Oh no!
Why are you talking to me like you're a ghost? Am I seeing dead people? I see. I'm a little bit scared right now, man. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening to other cities?
If the talk's true, yes. Though perhaps their situation is more pronounced. Uldah's reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural the refugees would try their luck here first.
My heart goes out to them, it truly does. But I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city.
Well, things do take a turn for the worse. We always have the immortal flames. I dare say the Blast Blades will welcome their help.
The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff?
It may well come to that. Improvised and desperate as they are, you best be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you know cope, you have no hope. Oh no!
But what if you have hopes and dreams? What will become of our city?
Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives.
Dodo tenderloins!
Get your dodo tenderloins!
Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. It's cheap because it's not actually dodo. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again.
See that? I didn't steal anything. Shut up, we're still watching. Oh, sorry.
Look around. You'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. That's capitalism for you.
Yeah, no kidding. Wait, I wanted to say more things to you. Get away from me!
I don't even know who you are, man. You just came up and started talking to me. Madam? Are ye alright?
Ye?
Yeah. You know, I'm glad that you came to my aid and everything, but you're kind of weird.
What now? You mean a threatened defenseless citizen who's got no game on? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd.
Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damn vulture.
Who said that? Who's got game? I'm angry. Grr, I will overlook this game, but just this once. Okay.
God bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. He could have gotten his game on. I don't bear thinking about it. I'm gonna go now.
Bye.
Eat my dodo. Eat my,
Eat my
fake
dodo.
tenderloin. I'm gonna get my game on now. Feed my children.
She's got game.
All's well that ends well.
Oh, hi, Thancred. Ah,
we
meet again.
Is it you, Thancred?
I think so, yeah. Pray, do not mistake my intent, for it's always honorable, wink wink, but I have been watching you ever since you departed, Ul'dah. You played the part of...
I've also been having sex with nearly everybody in this city, but...
Well, I thought of you.
Wait, during? Please don't.
You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a man on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfeeling courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you too faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my friends, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being somewhat in awe of you. I like you. Like, a lot.
I think he said something different to me, because he's like, I'm quite taken with you, and it's like, whoa, please. I think he flirts with you a little bit more if you're female warrior of light.
Whatever.
He doesn't like you. He's not into dick right now.
Whatever. But my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive, because usually you just get thanks.
Such like, I know.
Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which would lead me to conclude that you are indeed the one who I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well,
yeah, I've been taking shrooms.
It just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you to understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak with Momodi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of the quicksand.
Never heard of her.
Tell her the scions of the Seventh Dawn have found their man, and she will tell you where to find us. The scions?
I'm off to go to my second threesome. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, well, hello, Lars.
Oh, hello, you were literally inside me.
Yeah, I was like, that was weird. I don't like him.
Alright, hello, Momodi. You saw my back this whole time, but now you can see my front.
Scenes like that are becoming even more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing the tale of a gentleman's woes and with the women folk from time to time. There we go.
There we go.
Of course, I think with you, she usually talks about how she's like, I do enjoy a lady talking about some of the manhood she comes into contact with. I don't know if her dialogue changes if you're male or female warrior light.
question.
Zia, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off a carriage adventurer. It's almost like 2 days ago you were like that. But guys, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever think you'd be hearted with the giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed, of course. Neither did Papa Sean, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed.
I'm really overjoyed over here.
Oh, there he is. In the back, underneath the liquor cabinet. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Oh, hello there.
Oh, hello.
Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while. My name is Etta. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyways, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avier, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn till dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. And then he died, and I put his head in my pocket.
Oh, God.
I believe that he would have succeeded.
Or not for you, miserable kids and your dumb dog.
I would have gotten away with it, too. Had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I have inspired, just as Avier once was. So I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask for your name. Sia starts sighing, and she's like, I don't understand sign language. Zuya and Lord Shallow, I shan't forget. Thank you. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well.
Bye!
Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought I'd be a right pain in the arse looking after all of you. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives.
Oh, I love you too.
And that goes double for yours, Zion Larks.
Ah!
Melody, your mom. What? What did you say? You want to know about the scions of the Seventh Dawn? That's a lot of dick there. They're beginning to move in earnest then. Listen, Ziaya, the scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would want to think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can.
First, take some things.
No.
And that will conclude... Oh, this Ara is on top of this stool.
Man, you're already so tall, sir. Do you need to be even taller? I'm gonna try to be taller than you. See, I can get on a stool, too. Oh boy, yeah, we got through all of the beginner's dungeons. Like, canon-wise, this would have taken, like, about a month to get through all of those things.
Yeah.
We had to level up. I think we started at 15, and now it's at 17. Yeah. You would, of course, be doing your job classes, too. Oops. So, yeah, has been trying to avoid the guild. She still hasn't paid her fees yet. But eventually, she can. She's got some loot from the dungeon. She's gonna earn some money. She no longer has just 1 gil, or 0 gil, after she lost the gil. She now has, like, 1,000.
So yeah, since we did so much more adventure around all the 3 city-states, our name is, like, really known now. And now we're invited to, I guess, join or at least get to know the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we also get to speak with Thancred's leader. This woman, I guess she also has like these weird visions like us. So hopefully we'll get some more answers when we actually visit them.
Wow.
But yeah, little
Thanks
bit
for
of the
sharing.
slog of the intro of Realm Reborn, but
It's really gonna start to pick up soon.
it's starting to pick up now.
We got to look at Gaius's, I was once really great, and then my ship got attacked by a really big fucking dragon.
Yeah.
It's always like this in the story, where it's just kind of like, we're gonna do this thing, and it's like, and then a giant dragon ruined everything.
He ruined Christmas.
Oh boy.
Ah.
Yeah, our lives of fame.
Yeah. Now we
Yeah,
can't
I
walk
don't-
without someone knowing about us now.
Of course, they don't really know our names, per se. They just know it's that, you know, that tall dude and that one short lava fellow. It's like, that's a lot of people.
Alright, so, shameless plug, as always. So, if you liked the stream, please give that stream a huge thumbs up. And also, comment below. Let us know, you know, what your favorite part was of the stream. Who your favorite characters popped up, if you like them. What was your favorite dungeon between the three. And also, if you like this stream, yes, definitely smash that like button. And if you like these streams, please subscribe. And also hit the bell, so that way you always get notifications when the next stream is. I know always saying this is always, you know, for any YouTuber does it, but it actually really does help out a lot just from hitting a like button and also commenting, because it does help this video a lot. So if you see this and you like it, please by all means. And if you like this, please give us subscribe, because we are planning on continuing this series through New Game Plus, and your support means a lot. And we thank you so much for always watching and enjoying. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. And we will see you next Wednesday, where we go and meet the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. So, I hope to see you guys then.